Welcome to the Golden Com podcast. Special guest, repeat guest, Charlie McGee. Charlie, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, it's great to see you.
Thank you.
Last time you were on the show was about this time last year.
Yes, sir.
Because it's Christmas break right now.
Yes, sir.
And we talked about how university is going for you.
The university is doing really, really well, and I learned a lot of things to become independent, and I'm in ClemsonLIFE. ClemsonLIFE.
Let's slow it down. Let's start by talking to me about what's on your chest there. What's going on there? What you got?
On my chest is a Clemson paw.
Clemson paw. So
Yes,
that means
sir.
you're at Clemson University, which if they saw the podcast last time, they know that. But let's just pretend maybe somebody's never seen this. So you go to Clemson?
Yes, sir.
That's in what state?
South Carolina.
Whoa, that's a long ways from home.
It is.
Do you miss home? I mean, that's a long ways from home.
A little bit I do.
Yeah, but you're home now.
Yes, sir.
And it's Christmas break.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so ClemsonLIFE, a little bit about that. That's a program that you're in, and you're a junior?
Yes, sir.
So tell me about that.
So ClemsonLIFE is a 4+ year program with kids with intellectual disabilities, learning how to be independent and learning also like when it comes to competitive appointment and self-advocating and using our social skills, like knowing what we can do to put our independent skills within living.
That's fantastic. And you're a junior?
Yes, sir.
Freshman, sophomore, third year. And is it a 4-year program?
It's a 4+ year.
4+ year. Okay. Now, I do know a little bit about you because I talked to you quite a bit. And I know that you moved off campus this year.
Yes, sir.
So tell me about that.
So the first 2 years, as a freshman and a sophomore, you live with a person that's called an independent living assistant. An independent living assistant is someone who watches the people within like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. whenever they need anything that goes to the independent living assistant. And for the second year, for working, they have to volunteer. And then when you be a junior, senior, you'll be a paid volunteer.
Oh. And so you moved out of the dorms.
Yes, sir.
And you moved into an apartment which is off campus now.
Yes, sir.
So who are your roommates now?
So one is from New York and one is from Georgia. And they're really nice, and I know their families quite well.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So junior year at Clemson, a lot of times when people become juniors, they start thinking about like jobs and what they're going to do. And I got a little slideshow that might help us talk through some of these things that you got going. So here's the first one. We'll bring this up there. Okay, what do we got, Char? What do we got there?
So I work in a spay and neuter clinic. It's mainly with dogs and cats. And what I do is like I do recovery for surgery, just making sure they're more able to recover and make sure they're healthy. And knowing with where I work, it's called Clemson Paw Partners. And
you work at Clemson Paw Partners.
Yes,
so
sir.
Is that off campus or is it on campus?
It's kind of off campus.
Yes.
And also like we have this like thing it's like a charity for other people like getting like their own dogs and cats food. It's called Meals on Wheels, and we're trying to get a lot of like money to give the people like food for their dogs and cats and stuff.
Oh, who's your boss there?
Her name is Miss Margaret.
Miss Margaret. And she's the one that you report to?
Yes.
Okay, that looks like, is that a job or is that fun? Like, what is that?
It's a job.
Is it? Yeah, okay, yeah.
So like I learned that like the experience of like how to get paid, because when I get paid is like a good habit to have, and learning like when I become more independent, it's just learn like how to be a good coworker and get along with each other.
Well, I'll tell you what, I do know about your work ethic, and they are lucky to have you because you are a hard worker.
Thank you.
I've seen it with my own eyes. And those dogs, they're lucky to have you too.
They do.
Yeah, but it looks like you're having fun. By the way, it's okay to have fun at work.
Right.
That's okay. Yeah. Okay, I got another thing that came up this year. This I'll just talk about a little bit because this next picture here, check this out. The Today Show, they actually picked this up because you had this event. Did you rush a fraternity this year?
I did.
Tell me about that.
So there is a process due to the fraternity, and for the first day of we go into like these there's an event for all fraternities to know all the people, And so when I came into my first day of looking at fraternities, I started to like experiencing what kind of fraternities want me to enjoy the time and learn about more of the Brotherhood and just considering about other people where they're like from and how are they like close family friends with someone that I do know, and I want to be a part of the group that there's a lot of fun events. And yeah.
So on the left here on this picture, is this when you got your bid? Is that what that is?
Correct.
And did you get the fraternity that you wanted?
Yes.
Oh, that's so good. How fun. This headline says, "Watch the joyful moment this student with Down syndrome fraternity," and a quote from one of your brothers, "He brought the happiness we didn't know we were missing." So one of his frat. So it seems like a lot of joy has been brought both ways with this fraternity outfit, huh?
Correct.
Okay. Well, the next slide I got here is this little close up. So tell me about this group here, if I have this group. That group. What is that?
So that's my pledge class and of my fraternity, and I learned a lot of things that my pledge class are teaching me, and it's how to be a good pledge. And being a good pledge is like helping them doing events or getting them food. And that's something where they want us to do is like get them more able to communicate. And I'm really good friends with them, and I love them. And the way I treat my pledge class is like how to be like keep others the way that they should be treated. And I want to keep that going just because I love them, and they consider my like brother to brother relationship and keeping that brotherhood alive.
That's awesome, Charlie. Well, that video sure had an impact on the whole country. I mean, you and I were actually in Tennessee. Remember we went to the Tennessee-Florida game?
Yes, sir.
Together? And we were walking around the tailgate, and more than one person noticed you from this video that went, because the Greek system really is a tight fraternity.
It is. And
it seems like a lot of people watched that video to the tunes of millions and millions.
Right.
So you had a lot of really positive effect on a lot of people, Charlie.
I do. And can I add another point?
Yeah, you can add it, yeah.
So ClemsonLIFE is usually partnering with Greek Life.
Yeah.
And we have some sororities and fraternities, and they want to know like how ClemsonLIFE is treated the way like they should be more involved in events, not really like things that we should not be doing, but it's things that we are capable of doing, and that ClemsonLIFE has put us where like we can meet all new like guys or girls that we can meet, and it's a great opportunity for us to be a part of this Greek life.
That's fantastic, yeah. And the headline from the Today Show said how much joy you brought, and you know what, you are so bloody nice. And I know that when you give this niceness to you, you can't help but to see the room just levy and just become a nice room wherever you go. The room is just nice. Now, that being said, these fraternity brothers of you, I don't know if they've seen your mean side, but I have. Because if you ever play fantasy football with you, I have been in a league with you, and I'll let you know you are not nice when it comes to fantasy football. You are a ruthless competitor.
Thank you.
So this year was a tough year for both of us, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So what happened with your team?
Did it all right.
Yeah, just not terrific. Should we not talk about it?
No.
Let's move on to the next subject. All right. Hey, this picture here, this right here, okay, up on the screen, we got this thing called the JNKYRD.
Yes, sir. So the JNKYRD is a gym, and ClemsonLIFE is kind of partnering with us, with them, and I'm slowly trying to work my way probably to working there. I love to working out and like be a part of the community with the team. And so what I do is like I work out very hard, do my best, and sometimes like they are finishing up classes, like I'll help clean up and set up and for the next workout. And I kind of learn a lot of things that when it comes to being healthy, and I want to be that person.
We'll do this. Sure. Charlie, you look great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can tell you work at it.
Thank you.
So you're what kind of exercises do you do?
So it's like cardio to weights, and it's actually so well back. A football player from Clemson, long time ago, he owns it. His name is Ben Bower, and he made this gym, and there's a chain all over in South Carolina, and we're making one off state, and we're making one in Charlotte, North Carolina, because there are people where want to work out, and it's a great place to work out and learn the expectations of how we can work out every day, and that's a good thing to have. And
The JNKYRD.
correct.
We'll keep an eye on it.
Yes, sir.
We'll keep an eye on it. Okay, next slide. Charlie, check this out. Tell me about it.
So,
Oh, by the way, great hat.
thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
So I was in the conference with ClemsonLIFE, and in that photo there's my freshman teacher and I and her daughter, and she's a foster daughter actually, and we were in a conference with with a lot of people, and I spoke what was ClemsonLIFE, and ClemsonLIFE was the program that I was talking about earlier about how to become more independent.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember. Yeah, I remember. So you went to a conference. Where's the conference?
In Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, so this picture here is you and your freshman teacher and her daughter at the conference in Phoenix?
Yes, sir.
And you talked to there?
Yes, sir.
What was your role? You were talking about ClemsonLIFE?
I was talking about ClemsonLIFE and learn the expectations, how to go to classes, and doing all these a lot of things that when it comes to schoolwork or doing things with your mentor or doing a lot of those things, and that's a great habit to have. And I really stand out to my freshman teacher, and her name is Miss Courtney, because I learned a lot of things as my freshman year, how to become more independent and using that skill to be more aware. How can I be a good person that realizes that I want to be that independent and learning the skills that I can make for not about myself, but for everyone.
Well, this independent thing, it seems to be a theme. So I do know I got a picture from you when you were at this conference in Phoenix, and you were in a self-driving car.
Correct.
What the heck was that?
So basically a self-driving car is when you go into the car and there's no person driving, and when me and my dad were in the car, we just sat there, and it took us probably a mile and a half, maybe 2.
What was the service called?
Waymo.
So you got into a Waymo taxi,
Yes, sir.
and there was no taxi driver,
Correct.
and and then it took you to the conference.
Correct. No, not to the conference.
Where did it take you?
Because it took us down a block.
Oh, okay.
With kind of a town.
What'd you think of the ride?
It was nice.
Yeah.
And then we went back to the car, and my dad took me to the conference.
Oh, I could see you maybe owning one day a Waymo car. I could see that being one of your cars one day.
Thank you.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
In the line with this independence theme that you're doing.
Yes, sir.
A lot of neat things are happening, Char. This is
Yes,
fun.
sir.
It's fun to keep track of it.
Yes, sir.
It really is. I thought we would wrap this up with. I know you're going to love this picture because I just know it. So here we go. So talk to me about this.
Oh, okay. So the quarterback is Cade Klubnik.
Yeah.
I actually learned a lot from him
Yeah.
personally, and when it comes to Coach Sweeney or anyone else as coaching staff, I learned that quarterbacks are very, very good and learning the plays by plays and doing all that kind of stuff. And I want to help Cade, willing to be as a coach to know what kind of plays he's doing and not making bad plays. And I want to help him making sure that the plays are way open.
Well, I think that's a good idea. Just so, not that we're going to critique Cade, who's an amazing athlete and an amazing quarterback, but what do you think maybe his strongest suit is, just from an NFL perspective?
Okay, so I would say, in an NFL perspective, I would say he's a really good pocket passer and he's really good at scrambling. I've been noticing that because there are a couple of games where he knows that there are plays that whenever you find a play that is whoever's wide open, or if he's not open, he'll just run. Because I know that kind of quarterback that knows that what is the best version of yourself looks like. And I learned that because Cade Klubnik shows who he is, and I kind of stood out to him, and knowing like
Yeah, he can use his legs, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So he's got a great arm, obviously, but he can use his legs,
yeah, he can use his legs.
kind of buy himself a second chance or get some yards.
Correct, and he's also like up in the 2025 Heisman watch,
Oh, for sure.
and
Yeah.
I want to like my dream job. Well, I wanted two jobs to work with the football team, because I want to like carry that relationship with Cade and putting him in a position where like when he feels upset or he feels bad of himself, like I'll be the person who encourages him to do like making sure he's okay and go from
Well,
there.
Cade's, like anyone else, he's got good days and bad days. But I'll tell you what, you get, in the weight room, when you're in the weight room with that group, I've seen those videos. They're feeling pretty good.
They are.
Yeah, you do a really good job getting people, pretty positive attitude.
Yes.
Charlie, my attitude is positive because of you today.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you coming in here for another year, another catch-up of Clemson Life. They're doing an amazing job back there. You're an amazing young man,
Thank you.
and we'll continue to watch amazing things.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to the show,
Thank you.
and have a great rest of your junior year.
Thank you.
Okay, see you, Charlie.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.